Quick video on Max with the Android Max. This video has been created because your Android Max is a quality lapel microphone, and its proper use will give you years of great service. So we'll cover volume and quality of sound recorded with the Android Max lapel microphone. Your need to know info. The Android Max is built specifically for Android smartphones and devices. It also works with iOS Apple devices simply by using the smart conversion adapter cable, and we've covered off on this because of the connections used inside the TRRS plug. Refer to our Android page for that one. That fully explains why that is so, and why the proper connection through the smart conversion adapter cable is recommended for full and proper functionality. However, let's flip on over the page. The volume and quality of sound recorded with the Android Max lapel microphone. Let's get underway. Need to know info. We'll cover what you need to know here in two things in this quick video. First up, number one, the volume and quality of sound that you hear on playback for whatever it is you have recorded using the Android Max lapel microphone, and to the positioning of the Android Max lapel microphone for best recording. Now, the volume of playback. The playback volume of your recording is controlled by the record volume that you set in the app of the device that you're recording on, not the lapel mic itself. By the way, before I forget, you also have to pull out the mic to hear playback. Any insertion of a plug into your female plug, 3.5mm female plug, will cut playback sound. So you always have to pull out the plug or the mic, or the plug mic, should I be more correct, to actually hear any playback at all. However, let me continue here. The record volume is different to the playback volume control of the recording device, and again, the record volume setting can be found in the record app that you are using. Now, effectively, it means that you can shout into a mic from 1 inch away and still not hear a thing when you play back your recording if you have the app record volume turned down. No, the mic is not faulty. It is simply that the record volume is set too low or is off altogether. Now, if the default setting in your device is not suitable, simply adjust the settings through a trial and error test record with what could be considered normal noise levels. And let me explain. The Android Max rule of microphone placement is to get the distance right to get the design sound character of the microphone. The design priority governing the recommended distance and placements for Android Max is not about sound loudness per se, outside of what could be considered normal sound levels. In other words, talking volume or the volume of your speech when you have the microphone set at the sound character distance should be perfectly picked up by the mic and be heard on playback on your sound device. So in layman's terms, however, it's about sound frequencies and the pickup of those frequencies of sound, not volume. In general, place the microphone as close as practical to the sound source without being too close, or alternately too far away. Recommended is 6 to 8 inches from sound source. The aim is to achieve a good balance between sound source and ambient noise, and basically is what we call microphone character, or character of the microphone. The ultimate clarity of pickup, or what we call sound character, I shouldn't have spoken quite so early, here it is, of the mic varies with distance. Too far away and you're likely to get feedback and unwanted external noise included in your recording, and too close you get what they call proximity effect, more bass, less treble, which both alter the sound character of the Android Max and the ideal of a good recording. Again, get your settings right, and the microphone's a quality microphone. Get your settings right, and this is a little rip snorter of a microphone. It'll give you years of good service. So this was put in. Let me turn the page. Help, I don't have a record volume. Some apps have an input volume control and others, strangely, for some reason, do not. Some don't need them, and you can get by with some of them. Let me add that. However, if you're going to build an app, I just don't understand why they would not put a volume input control in the app. The good news is that it is an easy fix if required. Some people seem to require a input volume in certain situations, and it can be very handy control mechanism to have if your app hasn't got it. So like I said, it's an easy fix. Simply download another app that offers this function and many other record functions too. Some apps are really well equipped from the dozens of record apps available, including paid and free. Normally from the App Store, normally the general go is the more you pay, the more you get, like everything in life, I guess. So basically, but there are some very good free apps. Again, visit our website to get some rundown of some of the apps out there available for record. Let me turn the page. Ultimately, the best recording depends primarily on two things: a quality pickup or noise input, and that in this case, of course, is the Android Max Lapel microphone, for example. And number two, the record settings used in the app on the device that this or what you record on. It should be noted that the app that you use will use this with this microphone likely comes with many adjustments that will affect the end product. The alteration from default settings can drastically alter sound quality, either positively or negatively. Please view the app user directions for further information on app usage. With normal default settings, what we've found is that with normal default settings on most apps on the market that we've tried, and we certainly we're not here to endorse any one particular app. However, most default settings we'll find a normal test record of a normal voice in a normal setting, what could be considered normal, perfectly adequate. It's when you alter that setting, the sound character, and what it is you want to record and how you want to record it, and even on what device that you get alterations in the quality. Just rest assured that the Android Max is a quality microphone. There's two inputs. One's the microphone input, and the other is the recording app that the settings in the recording app that you use. That will affect your eventual recording. So all we do is urge you to play with those settings to find a setting that is good in normal operation for you, and once you get to know your app as well as you do your mic, you will have some quality recordings and some long service life out of your Android Max. So let me flip the page and finish with the fact that your Android Max is a quality lapel microphone. Its proper use will give you years of great service, and that's our intention with this video. And before we go, courtesy of Epic Tutorials for iPhone, iPad and iOS, this is an example of how to set up an app. And yes, the function of a record app is exactly the same for Android, so don't be confused on that. It is simply showing you, and it's an ideal, it's probably the best I've found in showing people how to actually, or who are new to setting up an app, how to actually set up an app on their device for the best recording. And some of the functions that some of these apps come with are quite astounding, so they really do affect your sound recording. So this is like I said, the best I've found, and it's just a cut and splice courtesy again of Epic Tutorials there, as you can see on the screen with the reference if you want to watch the full recording. But watch, enjoy, and hopefully you'll learn something out of this. Once again, thanks for listening.
Okay, so this is Road Record running on an iPad. It's in 2x magnification mode, but the process is exactly the same on the iPhone. Now, before you ever record anything, I'm going to go to my home screen. You need to make sure that you have airplane mode turned on. This will stop a call interrupting your recording, as well as cutting down on sort of blips and things that it can pick up. Now, if I tap on the lower left-hand corner, the mic icon, what this allows you to do is it will check for any connected hardware, then you can choose your sample rate and channels. Now you can see I've got nothing plugged into the headphone or the lightning port, so I only get the built-in microphone, but we can still record at 4800 Hz. So I'm going to select that and tap save. Now when you tap the plus button, it creates a new recording, and you can see I've got the level meter at the top. To the left of my time code here, I have my input, so I can increase that. You can see it's peaking. To the right, we have our output level, so you can monitor your audio with a headphone jack. Now, if I tap on settings here, I can select input, and this is probably the most important area. Because I want you to hear the raw quality of all these mics, I'm going to turn iOS processing off, and I'm going to make sure boost is off. Here you have the option to turn on and off playthrough, and if you have the Pro version, you actually get access to a range of presets that's powered by iZotope, and some of these are pretty good, but they will detract from the raw quality. But if you need it, you have things like noise gates. So I'm going to go back here, go back to my recording, and then tap on transport. As soon as you are ready to go, you can tap record, and as you can see, it's recording that live. You can record the audio levels as you go, which is a nice feature. I'm going to tap stop. And finally, if you want to name it, you can tap info, name, and you can give it a new name here.
So that pretty much sums up how to use an app on whatever your device you are on. Like I said, the Android Max will work on both Android and iOS devices. So basically it shows that a quality Android Max lapel microphone plus a functional app plus defined settings, which are peculiar to you in most cases, equals quality recording. So I certainly hope that that video, or that excerpt video, courtesy of Epic Tutorials for iPhone and iPad, etc., was certainly useful, and many years lay ahead of good recordings with your Android Max. Thanks for listening. Cheers, guys.